Once I got out of the SEAL teams, I went into contracting for the CIA through Blackwater, and eventually I became a direct hire through the CIA. And I went to combat zones all over the world. I started to get to the point where I could see into the future a couple of days and see events that were coming. So I devised a way that I could keep the team from going out during that time frame. I said, let's stop, let's slow down. I want to brief this. That time was coming up, and I was like, what is going to happen? Am I going to look like a knucklehead here? And then at 9:30, there was a massive blast. I started to focus on him, and I was like, where is Osama bin Laden? And I felt that he was in Pakistan, where I was and I had been for quite some time. So I just started sending him love. They were trying to come in too low, and the fast rope, the prop blast took the helicopter and took it down.
That gift on the intuitive level more than likely saved a lot of lives and served you and your team in military on the ground, thus serving this country.
And I was saying this in October 2019. I said the stock market will crash. I was like within 100 points of where the stock market actually ended up crashing. And then I started to see the stuff in China. And I was like, this is so much like everything I've studied. And we've looked for these bioweapons my entire career as a Navy SEAL. It's that intuitive insight that I can look at stuff and know ahead of time what's coming. Like 9/11, I knew right away it was an inside job as it's happening. I can look at something and know almost instantly whether it's false flag, psyop, or what's going on.
We certainly have seen some action with the deployment of weather weapons and weather modification and geoengineering and all those catastrophes like Maui in the Carolinas. And you can go back to Katrina if you really want to look at it and so forth. But talk about some of the other dangers coming in a bit down the road. I feel it myself that in this battle between good and evil, that evil just got knocked down a notch. And I think the momentum that we have now is unstoppable and very dangerous.
We're at go time, but it's not totally go time. We have things that are happening, and we're probably going to talk about some of those things that are pretty amazing that are happening.
I know there's a bill moving through Congress at some stage or another to stop the spraying, the chemtrails, if you want to call it that.
It's so close to things unwinding on a massive scale. It's pretty amazing. Once that starts, it's going to be revelatory. People are going to love it. This was an act of war against us. And how that played out, I think is going to be, very positive for us. We've already seen a lot of positives from this. I'm just going to say that from my experience, from my intuition, from my remote viewing, and I can tell when people are deceased or not, because we have technologies which will heal us and keep us very vibrant for pretty much as long as you want to stay active in this world.